Hey guys, it's me, Skull Queen. Welcome to another video here on Cursemas, where we're going to be continuing our decorating and trying to get this island done by Christmas, which every day that passes by, I get further and further into believing it's going to actually happen. But let's not think about that right now. We have a lot to get done today. Actually, if you see in the background right there, little Biff finally asked to move out. So we're going to be going on a little villager hunt today, I'm sure, and take a break from decorating because I am going to be having to time travel a little bit to get this build done. So the plans for today are going to be to extend this cliff, and this is right behind our resident services. So you can see it right here. I'm going to add an incline somewhere, not exactly sure, so we can get up to this second level. And then I want to expand this cliff out this way and basically all the way back to where these trees go. I just want to go as far back as possible without having to move all of these trees over here. As you can see, I've already been busy moving all of the flowers that I had planted back here. There was also a few trees and a rock that I had to move, but those are all gone. Now we should have enough room to work with to expand the cliff. Also, I think I'm going to end up moving my house up here if there's enough room. And for the build itself, I think I'm going to have a Christmas tree farm where people can come and pick their own tree for the holidays. And of course, I am going to add my own weird and creepy twist to it, but I don't want to waste any time. I'm going to get started on this cliffscaping right away, and I will be back once it's done. Alright guys, so while I'm terraforming this, the thought occurred to me that I could actually make my house a sunken house and just build up the terraforming around it and have a little incline going down to my yard and then another incline up to the second level. I think that could be really, really cute, but I just don't know if there's going to be enough room. I do want to be able to plant some trees and stuff behind my house, so I don't know, let me just build up this a little more, and I can always extend it on the other side also. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab my housing kit and talk to Tom Nook here. All right, so let's find a spot for this house. Oh, I should have grabbed an incline. Okay, hold on. Back inside we go. I'm gonna pick a red steel staircase. Okay, we'll put it right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna start building up this cliff a little more before I place the incline. Thinking I want the incline for my house to enter from this side. Wow, I finally got the main portion of the terraforming done. That took so long. So now we definitely need to figure out where we're gonna put this incline, and I want the incline to be kind of backwards. So I think I'm gonna have to extend it on this side slightly. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to put the incline here, which means my yard right now is tiny. But we can go ahead and make it a little bit bigger by just expanding it on this side. So let me do that really quick. I think that's good for now. It doesn't feel quite as claustrophobic, and I have a little bit more room to work with. I'm gonna go ahead and just round off all of these edges here so our cliff doesn't look quite so out of place. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the shape up here. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna start adding a second tier cliff right here directly behind resident services just to add some more interest and height once you're coming through from the entrance. Perfect. I'm super happy with all of these cliffs up here. It's gonna add a lot of dimension and interest. So I'm gonna go ahead and time travel just so my house can be built and that incline, and I can get a better idea of what everything's gonna look like. Oh, look at our house. How cute is this? Oh my gosh, I love it with the incline right there too. It looks so cute. Are you kidding me? And I did want to add another incline right here at the front, and then probably another one off to the side, but we'll wait on that one for a little bit here. But I am just going to clear up a bit of the space. I'm just hoping we have enough room, but let me go grab another incline. Okay, we might have to put it right here. I wanted it to be right up against the plaza, but whatever, we're going to have to work with it. All right, we finally got Lloyd paid off. I'm just gonna extend this cliff here so that you have some place to go once you get up the incline. Perfect. So we have all of the terraforming done basically. Now I just wanna get started on some waterscaping. I think I wanna add a little pond or something back here that maybe connects to a waterfall up here. And then maybe a few other waterfalls coming down from here. I do definitely need to add some more water to this island, so let me start off with the pond over here. Okay, cute. We have a nice little shape like this, and I'm debating if I want a little stream going down to my house. I think I'm gonna hold off on that because our space to work with here is pretty tiny. But I'm gonna go around and add some random waterfalls to these cliffs here. You know, what I think I'm gonna end up doing is just extending this cliff all the way along the back here because I do want there to be some kind of lookout point up here. And in order to make it really effective, I think having it being on the 3rd level would really do that. So let me just try to extend this slightly. Just when I think the terraforming is done, there's always more. Okay, now I think the terraforming is mostly done. So let's go back up here. I want the lookout point to be right here. And what I plan on doing is having a huge lake, basically, all the way back to Red's Beach. So that's kind of my brainstorming. Got the waterscaping done. I am really happy with how it's looking, and I think we have a good amount of space to work with still, which was very important. Now it's just a question of what do I do next, because I do also want an incline off to this side somewhere, and then I do want to have a path going from the incline on this side back to a ladder kit that I'm going to put up here, and then connecting all the way through this Christmas tree farm back to these inclines over here. So I think the first thing I need to do is at least map out exactly where that other incline is going to go. I think we'll put it like right here. And then before we really get working on the path, there is a main feature to this Christmas farm that I'm going to be adding that I haven't discussed yet. But since this island is named Cursemas, we have to have some creepy in there. So I'm going to be adding this gigantic custom code with all of these limbs, literally smack dab in the middle of this build. So let's just brainstorm where that's going to be. I'm thinking probably in this area, and the path is going to go literally right through it. So you have to walk over the bodies to get to the other side. That's my whole idea. Let me place this down right here. There we go. A little something like this is exactly what I was picturing. So now, like I said earlier, I'm just going to start working on a path going from this incline through this hole here back over to these inclines. So I'm going to get started on this. Finally got all of the pathing placed. Minus right here because of course we have to build the incline still, but I am really happy with all of the progress we got done. So now I'm going to start mapping out the lines of where we want these actual trees to go for our tree farm. We got all of our lines placed, and I think this is going to be perfect. I thought it was too big initially, but it's actually not even too much with all of the terraforming and the waterscaping that we added. Also, the pathing takes up so much space, so here is what it's looking like on our map really quickly. Oh, I love it! It looks so good. Okay, so before we time travel again to get the inclines built, I am going to start planting some trees because I do want to stunt quite a few. We're going to have all different tree sizes sprinkled throughout. So I do have to go buy some saplings and also dig up quite a few full-grown trees. I'm going to do that really quickly and I will be right back. Okay, I grabbed a bunch of full-sized cedar trees. I also have 10 saplings, so we can plant those and stunt them as we see fit. But I'm just gonna start sprinkling around these large ones as evenly as possible. So I got all of the big trees placed that I grabbed. I might need to grab a few more, but I am gonna start planting these saplings around basically anywhere I can. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more, like probably 10 more, so let me go grab those. Perfect, I got all of the trees planted that I wanted up here. Now I am gonna grab maybe some apples and cherries to plant around just to add some color. If you guys haven't noticed by now, I have not been sticking to the strictly black and white theme. I found it to be way too constricting and I just felt like I didn't have enough options. So I've expanded the color scheme to also include red and green, the classic Christmas colors. And that has really helped me out with just staying inspired. But I don't even think I have apples or cherries. Are you kidding me? All right, well, slight detour. Since I don't have any apples or cherries, I am gonna have to go to a treasure island. But that's okay, I think it's about time for a break anyways. So what I'm gonna do is go to a treasure island off camera, time travel forward a day, probably do a villager hunt, which will be a separate video. And then once that's done, I'll be back and we can continue on with the build. So I will see you in a second. After taking a short break to eat some lunch and do a quick villager hunt, we finally have a replacement for Biff. I won't be showing you who yet because I will be posting a separate video for this villager hunt. So if you want to see who we invited, then stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. But we're gonna get right back into our build, and I did time travel one day, so we have a lot of little baby trees everywhere. Also, this incline is built, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in these custom codes really quick. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you want any of the codes that I'm using on this island, you will be able to find them all in the description box, so feel free to look there if you're interested. But look at all of our little baby trees. They are so cute. And I am gonna have to grab some more pears before we start stunting, so let me go do that really quick. And I'm also gonna grab one more incline so we can place that on the other side and just get those done and out of the way. Yeah, I think that's perfect. We're gonna put it right there. Now, it's gonna be hard deciding which of these baby trees I wanna keep. Okay, so for the tiny ones, I think that's good. Let's go ahead and time travel one more day. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love the size. So cute. And our incline, very nice. Okay, now we have to decide which ones we're gonna stunt that are this size. Okay, I think I got all the ones I want in this size. Gonna go ahead and time travel one more time. Here we are on our last day of time traveling, and I also time traveled to the evening so that our illuminated items would actually be illuminated when we start decorating. Look how pretty this is. This is gorgeous right now. Wow. Okay, so basically any of them left, I'm gonna go ahead and stunt in the size they are. I'm trying to clean up these stragglers as best as possible too and move them over so there's not too much hanging out on the actual snow. I got all of the trees stunted that I wanted to, so now I'm gonna start sprinkling in maybe a couple tree stumps, which I've been wanting to use also. How cute! We have our little tree stumps sprinkled throughout. Love them. Okay, I think we finally have our tree placement finalized. So I'm just gonna drop off some of these extra items and then pick up some decorations and we can finally start on that. I'm so excited. How'd it get so dark so fast? What the hell? Anyways, I'm gonna start sprinkling these items throughout. I just have a bunch of random stuff, including a lot of these Christmas trees as well. So I'm gonna start figuring out where I want some of these bigger items to go. Hey there, while this footage is playing, I thought I would just pop in with a little voiceover action and tell you guys that the decorating for this area, this entire Christmas tree farm, literally took me 3 hours. I don't know why it took me an entire evening to decorate this space. Something about it in particular, I just had such a hard time getting all of the items to look good. So yeah, just wanted to make it a point to say that even though the end result might look great, it is always a struggle and a process for me to get there. So in case any of you out there are feeling discouraged with your decorating, trust me, it's not a perfect science. I struggle so much, and I wanted to keep the footage in here to prove that to you guys. So enjoy watching my struggles. All right, everybody, we have finally made it to the final walkthrough of our Christmas tree farm. And wow, this took me almost all day to build, but I could not be happier with the results. We have our sunken in house, which I'll be decorating at a later time. I have already done enough today, I think. But right up this incline off of Resident Services, we just have a path leading you straight through our Christmas tree farm. I wanted to sprinkle a lot of the cedar trees plus a lot of the illuminated trees that come in the game. Then, of course, we have to add some gardening details like a chainsaw. We also have a hand cart, a windmill, some barrels. I wanted to incorporate some of the frozen furniture as well, so you'll see some of that sprinkled throughout. And then the star of the show, this custom code right here, which I think is so funny and definitely the centerpiece of our farm. Then on this side, we just have a continuation, and I added a little excavator there in the back to show that we need some heavy machinery to move these trees around here. And finally, we're gonna head back this way where I just have it decorated again with more of the illuminated trees and some cedar trees. And then right up this incline, this will be the lookout point of our giant lake that is yet to be built, but I cannot wait to get that going. And that is the end of our build today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking through it. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for today's video. If you're still here, thank you so much. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.